One of the first major themes that Benny hits on is the, ever-increasing role of AI. And this is not just, chatbots that we're seeing now. He's talking about AI as a true co-pilot for marketers. So what does that look like for somebody who's, actively working in marketing?
I think what's fascinating here is the level of personalization that he's talking about. Like, we're moving beyond just, segmenting audiences into big groups.
Right.
And this is a world where AI can generate unique ad copy, social media updates, even video scripts, all tailored to an individual user in real time.
Wow. So, it knows this specific person is going to respond to this.
Precisely.
Okay.
So think of it this way, like an AI system creating 100 different versions of a single ad and then serving up the most effective one to each person.
Okay. So if I'm listening to this and I'm, I work in marketing, do I need to go get a PhD in AI to be able to even function in this world?
Your role changes, right? So instead of, crafting every single message yourself, you're setting the strategic direction for the AI. You're defining the goals, the brand voice, the overall parameters of the campaign. And the AI is actually doing the heavy lifting of, content creation and optimization.
Right. So it's almost like you're training.
Exactly.
Like
the super skilled marketing assistant that can, do things at scale.
Gotcha.
And so that frees you up to really focus on the big picture, the strategy, the creative innovation.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So Benny also talks about AI being able to predict consumer behavior with uncanny accuracy. I mean, that sounds kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
How does AI do that?
Well, if we connect this to the fact that there's just these massive amounts of data being generated constantly.
Every second.
Every second.
Yeah.
Right. AI systems are essentially pattern recognition machines.
Oh, okay.
Right. So they can analyze huge data sets.
Yeah.
Think about things like past purchases, browsing history, social media interactions, all that stuff, and find these subtle correlations that we as humans just wouldn't be able to see.
Oh, wow.
Right. So this allows them to, anticipate, predict what a consumer might buy next.
Okay.
And even identify these emerging influencers before they even hit the mainstream.
Interesting.
So for you as a marketer, that could mean...
Yeah, how does this help me?
That you could spot new market opportunities early. You could understand those shifts in consumer demand. And you can target your marketing much more precisely.
So adjust my inventory based on what I think people are going to want.
Exactly. You could actually proactively adjust your inventory based on what the AI is telling you about anticipated demand.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not just creating the content and predicting these trends, right?
Right.
He also talks about how AI can automate a lot of the really complex campaign management.
Yeah.
Like budget allocation, A/B testing, things that
all those things.
I've spent hours doing.
Exactly. This is where AI becomes a true co-pilot.
Okay.
Right? Taking over those technical and time-intensive aspects of actually running the campaign.
Okay.
So it can continuously optimize your budget across different platforms to maximize your return on investment. It can automatically run and analyze, countless A/B tests on different ad elements, landing pages, all of that. So that frees you up to focus on the higher level thinking.
Okay.
The creative development, building that overall brand narrative instead of getting bogged down
in the weeds.
Exactly.
Okay, so AI very deeply embedded.
Yeah.
The next big shift he talks about is the arrival of the metaverse and these immersive digital experiences. So, for a lot of people, metaverse still feels kind of abstract.
Yeah.
So what might this actually look like in 2025?
Yeah.
For, the average person, and maybe more importantly for someone trying to connect with them as a marketer?
I think the key shift here is moving beyond, our flat screens to these much more engaging three-dimensional environments.
Okay.
Benny talks about virtual storefronts where you can virtually try on clothing or take a simulated test drive of a car.
Like a video game almost.
Yeah, like a video game.
But you're actually shopping.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And so think about the potential for deeper engagement there, right? Instead of just seeing a product image on a website, you can interact with a 3D model. You can experience the product in a virtual space.
So for someone who, maybe makes physical products, this could be a way for them to really...
Oh, absolutely. This could be, incredibly rich interactive product demonstrations.
Well,
virtual showrooms that anyone can access from anywhere.
Right, cool.
Offering a level of engagement you just can't get from a static web page.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh.
Okay. He also mentions interactive brand experiences.
All right.
Things like virtual concerts, games, personalized stories.
Yeah.
So how might brands use these kinds of things to build stronger connections with their audience? Well,
I think what's really compelling here is the potential for creating emotional connections within these digital environments.
Okay.
So, a virtual concert that can create this shared experience among fans and, foster a sense of community around a brand.
Yeah.
Interactive games can gamify the brand experience, making it more memorable and engaging.
Right.
Personalized stories can, create a deeper narrative that resonates with individual users on a really personal level.
Okay.
So these are all offering levels of engagement and interaction that you just don't get from traditional marketing channels.
Right. And, how do you even measure the success of that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's not necessarily like, did somebody click and buy?
Right, exactly. It's about, how much time do they spend in this environment?
Okay.
What are the levels of interaction? Are they sharing it socially? And ultimately, what's the impact on brand sentiment and conversions?
Okay, so a lot of different metrics
to
look at.
For sure.
Okay, and then there's this kind of blurring of the physical and digital worlds with augmented reality.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people have seen like basic AR filters,
right,
on social media, but he's suggesting it's going to be much more integrated into our everyday lives.
Yeah, like way more integrated.
What does that look like?
Well, he uses these examples like, you walk into a store, you look at a product, and suddenly customer reviews are popping up right in front of you. Or you have, digital information overlaid onto real world objects. So you can imagine walking through a city and seeing historical information about buildings through your phone.
Right.
Or, a technician using AR glasses to guide them through a complex repair.
That's cool.
And so, for you, AR could provide product information directly in the context of the physical world.
Okay.
Enhance customer service with visual guidance.
Okay.
Or even create, completely new interactive experiences.
So this is linked to...
using my phone's camera.
Yeah, using your phone's camera.
To, see these things.
Exactly. Or specialized glasses.
Okay.
That can overlay that digital information. So the technology is getting really sophisticated.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Okay, shifting gears a little bit.
Okay.
Benny also talks about the growing importance of voice search and conversational marketing, which, with the rise of smart speakers and all that, makes perfect sense. But what does this mean for businesses? How do they have to start thinking about reaching their audience?
Right.
I think it requires a fundamental shift in how we think about SEO.
Search engine optimization.
Search engine optimization, right?
Okay.
So instead of just focusing on, short keyword-heavy queries, we need to start optimizing for longer, more natural language phrases.
Okay.
The way people actually speak when they ask a question.
Okay, so?
It's different how you ask a voice assistant a question versus how you type it into Google.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right. And this also opens up these really interesting opportunities for creating voice-activated content.
Okay, like what?
Think about things like podcasts.
Okay.
Audio ads, designed specifically for voice consumption.
Okay.
And then even interactive voice experiences.
Yeah.
Where consumers can have a conversation with a brand or service
to
get information or even make a purchase.
So I'm like talking to my Alexa.
Exactly.
But it's, leading me through.
Yeah, and it's a natural conversation.
To buy something.
Yeah, it feels natural. It doesn't feel like you're talking to a robot.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so he even talks about personalized voice assistants.
Yes.
Acting as like brand ambassadors.
I know it sounds a little sci-fi.
Yeah, a little bit, but also...
also kind of amazing.
Kind of cool.
Right.
Like, I don't have to.
Yeah, like it's very convenient.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, but the technology behind this, natural language processing,
all
of that, it's advancing so rapidly.
Okay.
You can imagine your voice assistant learning your preferences and then proactively recommending things based on your past behavior, your needs, even your current context.
So if it knows I just went for a run,
Exactly.
I might be like, hey,
Hey, you need new running
you
shoes?
need some new shoes or you need
Right, or you need some electrolytes.
to rehydrate.
Yeah,
Exactly.
interesting.
So for you as a consumer, that's incredibly efficient.
Yeah,
You're getting the information you need right when you need it.
right.
And for businesses, it's this highly personalized channel
Yeah,
to reach people
at the right time.
at the exact right moment.
Okay, so kind of pulling all of this together, it seems like Benny's big takeaway
Yeah,
is this need to be adaptable
right.
and this commitment to continuous learning.
Absolutely.
He's basically saying the landscape in 2025 is going to be anything but static.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like if you're not constantly learning and evolving,
Yeah.
you're going to be left behind.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Exactly. You have to embrace change.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this has been a really insightful look into the future.
I agree.
Thanks for, sharing your expertise on all of this.
My pleasure.
So we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about AI as a true marketing partner,
Yes.
this coming mainstream arrival of immersive digital experiences,
Right.
the growing importance of voice search and conversational marketing.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, but it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. It is exciting. And, I think what really stands out to me is the fact that these things are all interconnected. It's
Right.
not like AI is over here and VR is over there.
Exactly. AI is what's powering the personalization
Right.
within the immersive experiences and the voice interaction.
So it's all coming together
Weaving together.
to create, these really seamless and tailored experiences
Precisely.
for the consumer.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up, I would love to hear from you as a listener.
Yeah.
Considering all these potential shifts that
Yeah.
we've talked about today, what's one specific skill or area of knowledge
Yeah.
that you feel like is going to be most critical for you personally
Yeah.
to develop in the coming years?
Yeah.
To be able to effectively navigate this
You're right.
evolving digital landscape. It's
Yeah.
something to think about
It is.
as we look ahead to
Good.
this,
Crazy.
crazy exciting future.
Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks for listening.